as I was saying, gonna say, Von Vertigo looking to become the guy here in AAW. But here, this isn't about, debuts or, getting the adulation of the crowd. This is about two men who, simply put, can't stand being in the ring with one another.
Absolutely. Of course, the problem once again presents himself.
Joey Jet Avalon and Aaron Roberts have, they've gone toe-to-toe in AAW before. Avalon obviously has, different things on his mind from time to time. He's got those issues with, his significant other. She's not here tonight. So Avalon can, focus on the problem at hand. Cannonball senton off the apron, wiping out Aaron Roberts.
And once again, go into the back catalog there, AAW on YouTube. You can check out those full events, including Epic, the complete card, for free on demand right now on AAW's YouTube channel.
Oh, and oh my God! Did you see? Did you see the face of Aaron Roberts there?
Ooh, yeah, he turned like somebody took his food away from before he finished it.
Not only that, but the second Avalon hit him in the chest, he smiled.
Of course, two big dudes right here. They have a lot of history, not getting along here.
Oh, and Avalon sent face first into the ring post. They don't get along. They clearly want to just absolutely beat the piss out of one another. But, at the same time, we did see some level of camaraderie in the Chi-Town Rumble. Aaron Roberts, he's had a mixed bag of results here in AAW. Obviously, he has these issues with Avalon. Contest now officially underway. But he's got issues with two other men here in AAW. Ooh! Not only two men, but two hellhounds. In the AAW Tag Team Champions, Crossbody puts him down. Only able to get the two. Roberts has, he challenged for those tag team titles. He had a partner that he picked, thrusted upon him, whatever you want to call it.
He tried basically to win the tag team titles by himself.
With Starman Harley Rock. And then, he teamed up with Tie or Die when they were here and not able to get the victory. Took his frustrations out on them two men. And now here tonight, he has an opportunity to stand on his own, to go toe-to-toe with Joey Avalon, and to right some wrongs that he feels like he's had in his AAW career.
Absolutely, and also, Roberts is a guy who has a target on his back. You hear WWE ID prospect on someone, that's going to turn some heads in a locker room. And you're talking to a guy who's the gatekeeper of Midwest Professional Wrestling, and Joey Jet here, and he's a guy who's got his own personal issues. Everyone's spinning multiple plates out here, man.
At the end of the day, you only have there's so many limited spots, limited options to be quote unquote the guy or the man or whatever you want to call it. And when you have two men like Roberts and Avalon who are essentially, championing for that same position on the card, it's gonna cause tensions to boil over. And I think here tonight we're gonna see one man get the upper hand, and we're gonna see where things go from there.
Of course, Roberts is a man who understands his size. There's something simple about a man that big who could do something like that. Running and then laying his boot into you. You think of all the weight, all the power behind something so simple that a man half his size, if he did it, would just be a minute level of pain. For him, it's much bigger. You see that turnbuckle on his gear in the back there. A little bit of a detail. He's a guy who could probably break a turnbuckle running into it if he wanted to.
That's 420 pounds behind that boot going into the jaw of Joey Avalon. And now stomping, stepping over, crushing the sternum. Think about that. The feeling in your lungs, just that compression. It's just pain. It's brutalization. You're not just feeling that in your chest cavity. That's going all the way to your back. That's going to your kidneys. You're feeling that all over your body.
He doesn't have to work fast. He just has to work heavy. He can do that.
Work heavy, work effective.
All right, here we go.
Don't make it pretty. Make it effective. Make it count. Make it matter. And Roberts looking to make it count now. Avalon though finds his way out the back door. Ducks that clothesline. Able to evade the splash. The ring shifting as Roberts collides with the top turnbuckle. And Avalon able to get the boot up. Bicycle kick out of the corner.
Use whatever momentum you got here, Joey.
Oh, and a European uppercut. 2 times now. Oh, but Roberts catches him. Look at Avalon trying to break that grip. Throws an elbow. Able to do it that time in a jawjacker. Sends him back into the buckles. But Avalon, you gotta turn around. You cannot give your back to a man like Aaron Roberts. Bandera sends him up and over to the outside. Slingshot ace crusher.
Impressive.
Avalon, the impact player, going for the cover. Only able to get the 2. Pulling out all the stops here.
You can even see it with him there. He thought he had him on that one.
That's not a mover that Avalon pulls out often. So when he does, it usually signals the end of the contest.
Calling for something big here.
And now Avalon sizing him up, might be looking for that Claymore kick. Oh, Aaron Roberts sideswipes him. And a standing splash, going for the cover. Roberts able to kick out, but that just also goes to show, regardless of the size advantage, regardless of the strength advantage, you got to remember your fundamentals. If Roberts would have hooked the leg there, Avalon's not kicking out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, half of what Roberts has is that size. You know, he's not going to be fast, but he knows how to, like I said, work heavy. He doesn't have to work smart. He doesn't have to put in the finesse that half the people he's in the ring with have to do.
Oh.
How much harder is Joey Jett working this match to stay in it than Roberts is in dominating like that?
Choke slam puts him down center of the ring, this time hooking the leg, but Avalon able to roll that shoulder off the mat. And look at the face of Aaron Roberts. That pissed off look in his eyes.
Looking like a pit bull that doesn't get adopted.
Were you Pitbull 1 or Pitbull 2? Which one were you a fan of?
I always enjoyed 3.
Oh, Kid Cash? Jamie Noble? Oh, super kick from Avalon. Stuns him, but he eats a lariat for his troubles. And now Roberts, we saw him looking for it once. And this time Powerbomb spikes him center of the ring. But Avalon able to roll off the mat.
Look at the shock. Look at the dismay. Roberts thought he had him. A man who is much more his senior in this ring is really pulling out what he is. And you saw even the surprise in Joey Jett that he could kick out of that. He is gasping for air.
Roberts calling his shot, sizing up that top turnbuckle, and now dragging a lifeless Joey Avalon. Was that just simply instinct that Avalon kicked out on? Or is he, does he have something left in his body?
Look at the mass of humanity up there in that second
rope. Double axe handle to the spinal column, and now Avalon has him in a precarious position. Pulls him off the ropes. Roberts charges in, eats a Claymore! Avalon puts him down! Avalon hooks that leg, too! But Roberts kicking out at the last second. A split second away was Joey Avalon from picking up the victory.
Hurry up here, Joey. You don't have time on that top rope. Don't take in the crowd view here.
And a diving elbow drop. Now going for another cover, 2. But Roberts able to kick out again.
A lot of desperation in this match from both men.
Hey, when you're in there with somebody that's matching your strengths with their own strengths, you got to pull out different opportunities, different mindsets. Caution to the wind, if you will. And nobody home again.
No water in the pool.
But there was an elbow crashing to the mat, and now Roberts just slams him down right in the corner, right by that turnbuckle. And now Roberts off the second with the problem bomb. That's going to do it. Avalon, count to 100.
He could have turned it into a stain on 26th Street with that one.
Mean, nasty, vicious, 420 pounds of a problem for the entire AAW roster. Aaron Roberts picking up the victory here tonight. And I don't think he's done, Kevin.
Come on. Avalon
with a phenomenal fight. the fight of his life. Threw everything he had into this contest, but Roberts did just that little bit extra. And he evens the score against Joey Avalon.
Look at him.
That's the
Just
first
look at him.
smile I think I've seen out of Aaron Roberts since
Man.
he's walked into an AAW ring.
He doesn't strike me as someone who's that happy that often.
As Avalon writhing in pain in the center of the ring. We hope he doesn't need medical attention.
I wouldn't blame him. Respected by many throughout the years.
I mean, he's been, without doubt, the person that the crowd has taken to, quite honestly, more than anybody over the last year and a half. But Avalon, able to get back on his feet, it seems, and head to the back with the help of the... Oh, no. On his own accord, we're going to take you backstage. Standing by with comments, the former AAW champion,